I actually worked with the Nixon White House on the setting up the petrodollar accord.
Okay, no better person to us.
Well, no, but your description was excellent, and that was my first visit to the White House on official business. But I was working with Helmut Sonnenfeld. Helmut Sonnenfeld was the Deputy National Security Advisor. He was, Henry Kissinger was the National Security Advisor at the time. The Sonnenfeld, his nickname was Kissinger's Kissinger. He was like the big brain behind Henry Kissinger. But the petrodollar accord had two prongs, or two choices, carrot and stick, if you want to put it that way. So Treasury Secretary William Simon and Jerry Parsky were kind of the good guys, and I was working with Helmut and Henry Kissinger. We were the bad guys. And what I mean by that is what we said to the Saudi Arabians was, you can price oil in dollars. Take the dollars, give them to Citibank or some financial institution, buy treasuries, or put them in CDs. The banks will lend the money to South America. They'll buy our stuff. We'll get the economy going. Get out of the recession that was caused by the 73-74 oil embargo, and everybody wins. You get. You get good investments. You get the military protection we talked about. We get the dollar's reserve currency because everybody needs oil. Well, if oil is priced in dollars and everyone needs oil, then everyone needs dollars, and that's been true ever since. But that was the carrot. But the stick was, if you don't agree to that, we're going to invade the eastern provinces of Saudi Arabia. We're going to take over the oil fields. We're going to set production quotas. We're going to set the price. We're going to control the global market of oil. We won't steal your money, but we'll put it in trust for the future of the Saudi Arabian people. And once we overthrow your monarchy, in other words, there was a military stick. I was working on those plans with the White House. We linked it to the Chicago Tribune. It was a big front page headline and all this stuff with maps and things like that we worked on. But the message to the Saudis was, hey, you can take the Bill Simon deal, the petrodollar deal, or we'll invade you, and here's where, and here's how this is going to happen. The Saudis, I think, wisely agreed to the petrodollar deal. But
history repeats itself.
Your description is exactly right, Michelle. But to this day, today, as we speak, we're still defending the UAE. We're still defending Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is a little more aggressive than the United States in terms of what's going on in Iran. So